Hey everyone, welcome to Comedicine. I'm your host, Dr. Sarah Boston, and I can't believe season 4 is done. I had so much fun this season. I want to thank all of our guests for coming on to Comedicine, and as is now our tradition, as in it's great, it's not old at all, it's not getting old. We have Kenpiled all of our invitations from our guests from season 4 to please ask Ken Jeong to be a guest on Comedicine. So without further ado, here is our Kenvitation from season 4. You know, when I was talking about doing something so long it stops being funny, but then maybe could start again? I've had this really stupid campaign to get Ken Jeong to come on Comedicine.
Yes!
It's the last question I ask everyone on this podcast because it's going to happen. So the last question, you're just speaking to Ken. Yeah. You're not talking to the audience. This is just for Ken. It's not for our listeners. You're just speaking directly to Ken. You're not talking to me. You're talking directly to Ken. You're not talking to anyone listening unless it's Ken. But if you could please, can you just please speak directly to Dr. Ken Jeong and invite him to come and be a guest on Comedicine? And I am just going to believe...
Say it out loud, write it down, say it out loud, actually, write it down.
Well, I do live in LA where he is. Do you want me to call him?
Dr. Ken Jeong.
Ken Jeong.
Ken Jeong.
Ken Jeong.
Kenny. Can I call you Kenny? Kenny.
Dr. Ken.
This is day 503,094.
Sarah, how long has this podcast been going on?
It's about a year.
Please be a special guest on this podcast. We all want to hear about how you're able to do comedy and medicine at the same time.
It has been far too long to have the most perfect guest not show up for the most perfect podcast.
You need to come because there is a lady here in ruffled shoulders and leopard print dungarees that thinks you should.
For the love of God, just get on her show.
Right?
This is getting sad. She asked everybody to ask you.
It's season 4, man. It's season 4. I think we all know why you're not here.
Help her be whole.
I read that you did stand up and improv while you were in medical school and while you were doing your residency. How?
I've had veterinarians and people messaging me like, I know someone who knows him and I'm going to try to get him to come on. So far, no luck.
But I don't know him. I'm kidding.
Co-medicine with Dr. Sarah Boston. I can't think of a better environment.
Get over yourself.
Stay away.
Oh, look how big I am now.
Because you're scared. You're intimidated.
You can't handle it.
And let me tell you, don't be scared. Sarah is the kindest, most supportive.
And she's funny.
Come on.
She looks like Ellen a little bit, but she's nice.
That's the best reason I've heard.
I love this because it is like half a bit, but also if he came, of course you would love for him to be here.
But, are you going to? No, you're not.
We need to make this happen because the world needs to hear and see this conversation.
I will not give up.
Come on.
I'm going to keep asking until he comes on the show.
Don't make us ask again in season 5.
The only connection I have with him is that one of my clients was a nurse that worked with him years ago.
Are you phoning Ken Jeong?
I'm not going to phone him because he's probably doing a movie.
Probably.
I'm sending him a text right now.
Are you really?
You will be supported if you're here. You will be supported. You will be loved.
Doctor, big shot. Too good to come on a great podcast.
And I do know quite a few comedians out here. So maybe I could be like, I'm probably only a few degrees of separation from him.
Ken, I'm doing a podcast with Sarah Boston, a veterinarian comedian, and she said she likes me, but you were her dream guest. If you're interested, I'll connect you and forever be a footnote in her history.
Love it. That was great. That was perfect. That was a perfect invitation.
Come on, it's a good time.
But it is like kind of a bit.
And I think that is a good enough reason for anything.
Is he texting back?
I'm getting the 3 dots.
And that wraps up another season of Comedicine. Thanks everyone for listening and your support for this program. Thanks for everyone who reaches out to me, who says they may know someone who knows Ken Jeong. Hopefully we'll get him on sometime. I'm not discouraged. Matt Eisman texted him, and here's what happened, guys. A lot of people have asked, what happened with that teaser? Well, apparently he texted Matt Eisman back, and apparently Ken was kind of interested. So I emailed his publicist, and I heard nothing. Nothing. So I emailed again because, I don't like the answer no. I don't like nothing. And I got back a hard no. Didn't make me feel good, Ken. But that's okay. I'm just going to keep asking. I'm not going to be deterred because at this point, I think it's kind of funny. I hope you guys do too. Please join us on season 5 of Comedicine coming at you soon. And I've got some great guests lined up. I know you're going to love it.